Okay, I call the meeting of the Legislative Affairs and Government Operations Committee to order at 7:07. A roll call, please.
Nelson,
Here.
Gingell,
Here.
Gershenson,
Here.
Loops,
Here.
Todd, Quarles.
Here. And we have a quorum. I will forego the Pledge of Allegiance until we have our board meeting. The minutes. We do have one correction on the minutes.
The agenda.
Excuse me.
Agenda had the 12th instead of 30.
Oh, okay, excuse me. Approval of the minutes for the January 3rd meeting, yes. Moved by Loops and supported by Nelson. Voice call, well, I'm getting tongue-tied. Voice roll call, all in favor say aye.
Aye.
Opposed is the same sign. Motion carried. Approval of the agenda. Now, on the agenda for today, we do have one correction that needs to be made. Under the third item, where it reads approval of minutes, June 12th, it should have read June 3rd. Is there a motion for the approval? Moved by Nelson, supported by Loops. All in favor with the correction of the minutes, say aye.
Aye.
Excuse me, agenda.
No. I'd like to make a motion to change something in the agenda, please.
Sure, okay.
I think that item number 2, we just got some more information on it and some more changes, deserves a really full hearing when we have a regular committee meeting, not something where we have people sitting in the auditorium and are racing. I have not had the opportunity, I don't know if the rest of you have, to read this proposed amendment. These are more amendments following what we got with the strikeouts, am I correct? Okay,
Absolutely.
and I have not had a chance to see it. I have not had a chance to look at it. I have not had a chance to talk to my caucus about it or my caucus chair about it. So I would like, I'm going to make a motion that we remove item 2 from the agenda and take it up at our next LEGO meeting. It's not time sensitive. There's nothing sensitive about this. And furthermore, I don't know if people know the history of the county. I'm probably the oldest commissioner ever to serve. But in 1966, this very issue was voted on by the people in this county, okay? Very same issue, okay? So I think that it would behoove us to at least have an opportunity to review the notes. I really resent the fact that I am getting 2 pages of proposed amendments that no one's seen until we sat down here. So that's my motion, to postpone this until we have our next LEGO meeting, and I think it's July. It's not time sensitive. Thank you, Madam Chair.
Is there support?
I'll support it.
Okay. Roll call?
You know, our roll call, sure.
Yeah. Let's do a roll call.
Roll call on the postponement of item number 2. Nelson,
No.
Gingell,
Yes.
Gershenson,
No.
Loops,
No.
Todd,
Yes.
Quarles.
No.
Motion failed, 2 yeas, 4 nays.
Motion failed. And back to the approval of the agenda with the change in the date. Moved by Nelson and supported by Lou. All in favor say aye.
Aye.
Opposes?
No.
Same sign. Motion carried. Any public comment? No public comment, so we'll move on to the discussion. We have no communication items, and we'll move to the regular agenda now. The first item on the regular agenda is the Board of Commissioners position creation. Is there a motion to bring it forth? Moved by Tom, supported by Nelson. All in favor, say aye.
Aye.
Okay.
Well, we're not doing the votes. We have to do roll call after the presentation of number one.
Okay.
Discussion on that too. We need discussion on that.
You okay? Now, I thought I was just bringing it forward.
No. The motion is to bring it to the table, then you have
Now it's
discussion.
on the table for
Okay.
discussion.
Now it's on the table for discussion.
Right.
Okay, and Mr. Ward will take us forward with it.
I thought I got off scot-free there with that vote.
I was
so-
trying to help you.
Okay, I appreciate it, Madam Chair. Thank you, Madam Chair, members of the committee, for taking this up on such short notice. This resolution would provide our Board of Commissioners staff with 2 additional members. The board is continuing to evolve and have additional needs for us to provide service for all of you. This is a result of a request that I made of our chair to provide additional staff members, 1 full-time fiscal analyst, budget analyst, and 1 part-time non-eligible community liaison staff member. The fiscal analyst position, the budget analyst position, is really needed as the board is looking to provide more of an independent budget appropriating role. And as we continue to evolve into this new role that you're taking on, it's become more and more clear that this is needed. So we have that before you tonight, and the board, especially in the last 3 years, has just continued to take on more and more events, activities, outreach, constituent activities, and we just have no end of things that we could be doing and continue to be doing. So this is, again, very much needed. Our staff is maxed out, so I'm here before you asking for your support tonight. To appreciate the support of the administration, finding a funding source for these positions, and that's the story.
Well, certainly know that we appreciate all the work that you and the staff do. Commissioner Tom?
Yes, thank you, Madam Chair. I will be supporting this. This is time sensitive, and we really need to it takes a while to put an ad out and get people interviewed. So I will be supporting this measure and this resolution because it is time sensitive. Thank you very much, Chris, for the hours that you spend here after 5 o'clock.
Okay, it's quieter here after 5 o'clock.
I know it is.
Any further discussion? Call roll.
Okay, on number 1, Gingell? Yes. Gershenson? Yes. Lubes?
Yes.
Cobb?
Yes.
Nelson?
Yes.
Quarles?
Yes. Motion carried. Thank you.
Thank you.
And thank the staff for being patient with us. Moving to item number 2. MR 19192, the Board of Commissioners adoption of fair chance hiring policy for Oakland County employment application. Is there a motion to bring it forth? Commissioner Gershenson, supported by Commissioner Liu. Discussion. Well, I'll start with my chair, then I'll.
Thank you, Chairwoman Quarles. Just to give a summary, I mean, I think and many of you have heard a lot of testimony some weeks back. This has been an issue I know that Commissioner Quarles has been leading for years. I was reminded, going back almost 6 years, being brought to the attention NACO. I mean, this is as a top priority to create pathways, second chances to returning citizens. And how do you do it in a way that balances the safety and security needs of a government or frankly any entity, and making certain that we do the best we can to shift people from a number and then to a face. And so the whole point of this policy, straightforward, right out the gate, is by eliminating the box, the ban the box on the application, it creates an opportunity for people to be evaluated on their merits. Where appropriate, HR would be designating which positions need background checks or other types of screening. It does not mean that a conviction, the pass, cannot be a reason for not being hired. What it means is that we eliminate whatever barriers possible to get people to that interview, and on a case-by-case basis, evaluate that. So I want to really commend the administration, and staff at the administration level that's put a lot of time in trying to work on, with me to find some compromise language that can work within a system that we currently have to achieve the goal that was set out, and do so in a way that preserves the safety and ensures that we're fully compliant with the law, particularly those positions that require a spotless criminal record.
Commissioner
So I urge
Genjo.
your support.
Thank you. I just want to make a couple comments on this. I certainly understand the issue and the fact that there is a box on an application that says, have you ever been convicted of a felony, and the issue that that could cause. But from, I think, the minority caucus perspective, we're really feeling pain about getting all this tonight, seeing it for the first time, not having a chance to really look at it and talk about it. I know those things can happen, but this is not time sensitive. There's nothing that's forcing us to not send this to committee. Our merit ordinance of 1966 states that we may consider people that have been convicted of felons. I'm paraphrasing. So a lot of what's included in here is already in our ordinance. And we are going to continue to do background checks, I believe, which much of this stuff will come out anyway. So in many situations, or a lot of the feeling is that this whole ban the box thing is a little bit political. It's not necessarily practical, because in practicality, we have a lot of this in our ordinance anyway. And we just don't like the fact that it's being dropped on us tonight and we're asked to shove it through and approve it. So I think I'll be voting no at the rest of the caucus.
I certainly can appreciate your stance, Commissioner Genjo. But although this has been around and part of the merit system for a number of years, let's look at what this particular resolution is asking for, and that is the actual removal of the box. There's nothing in our merit system that says that we have to keep that box on. Again, keeping in line with what the intent of this resolution and ban the box and fair chance hiring policy is to make sure a person has a second chance, as opposed to checking a box and having it put into a file, which we all know can become either a wastebasket or put so far back on someone's desk. So that's what the intent is on this. Commissioner.
Yes, I just wanted to say that I thought we spent a lot of time on this issue in Lago, and the chairwoman had quite a few people coming to talk to this, and I felt that I had an opportunity to understand the issue, and I think any commissioner could certainly have watched it on television, as I've been told a few times, and I think it's an issue that has been around for a long time, and it is not just being sprung on us. And also, I have to resent and note that the minority caucus usually calls something political when they don't agree. Thank you.
Madam Chair.
Commissioner Todd, for the first time, I'll come back to you.
Well, this is not the resolution we discussed. This is not what we received in our packet at our last LEGO meeting. It has been changed a multitude of times, including this evening, because I asked our experts over there to look at it. It's not the same thing that we received this evening or yesterday when it was sent to us. There's more words in here, so it is not the same thing, okay? There are additional qualifications in here. I haven't had a chance to talk with the people that I work with in my caucus. I think it's unconscionable to drop something on us and expect us to vote and to read it in a minute when you've got 3 pages. Thank you, Madam Chair.
Commissioner Gage.
So I'll just elaborate a little bit. The last Lego meeting, we took testimony. We didn't talk about a resolution, we didn't debate language. And outside of the Lego group, there's a number of other commissioners that may not have been even exposed to as much as we have. So in all fairness, I appreciate the points that have been made here, but I think there's also a recognition of other points. And so I'll just leave it at that. We may agree to disagree on this, and it will go forward or it won't.
Thank you. Any further discussion? Commissioner Todd?
Yes, I wonder if there's any comments from the administration, what has been added, because things have been added. And as I understood it, Mr. Chair, you had spoken with the administration and agreed on a protocol and everything would be fine, and we got that yesterday, okay? We got that yesterday, and it looks like this, and it has, whoop, where is it? Here it is. And it has a lot of red strikeouts in it. We were able to read it comfortably. The amendments we got just now are different from what you agreed on with the administration. I don't understand why this is happening.
I would like to say, I mean, I guess, when I agree with the administration, I think it's a good product. And I think it's important to stress. So the original resolution and the intent of the resolution hasn't changed. The practicalities, the mechanics, the expertise from HR to compliance and a host of other things, all those individuals have been brought into this process. Our staff has worked tremendously hard working with all of those. I want to applaud and personally thank everyone who has worked on this to get to a product that we can bring some conclusion tonight, largely at my request. And I genuinely do appreciate that. I think we have a good product. I think it's a product that the intent has never changed. The implementation, how that happens, a delay of implementation so that there's enough time for things in motion and processes to get worked out. Those are the things that have been added. And with all due respect to my colleague, Commissioner Taub, both of us being in the legislature, I have seen, let's just put it this way, there's been a lot more thought and conversation about this than a good chunk of the stuff that we ever voted in the legislature. And so we worked with the smartest and most talented people to put together something that I think everyone can agree with, and I would welcome your support.
And just let me add that the last minute changes was really cleanup and language. We want to make sure that the departments, the agencies were felt that they were well taken care of and the issues that they had were addressed. So that was what the last minute change was. And Commissioner Todd?
Thank you, but I haven't had a chance to read it, nor have I had the opportunity to discuss it with the people who have to actually do the work. So I will not be supporting this because I think this was dropped on us. This is not the legislature. This has been a very easygoing body that says, okay, if you need some more time and it's not time sensitive, we'll give you another week. We have done that before. Thank you, Madam.
Thank you. And again, we welcome any support that you choose to give us. Commissioner Long.
I note on the proposed amendment that one of the changes is Human Resources Department is recommending an amendment to the Equal Employment Opportunity, that I take this as they're endorsing the amendment that we have in front of us.
With all due respects, Madam Chair, we haven't had them say they are. Okay, I can't assume anything until I hear from the department, I hear from the administration. They're the guys that have to put this thing to work. And I don't know whether they're okay with it or they're not okay with it. Okay? And they haven't had a chance to review it. I don't think it's fair. That's all.
I appreciate your perspective. Any further discussion? We're at the point where we need a motion to amend the resolution with the amendments. Moved by Commissioner Gersison, supported by Commissioner Liu. Would you call the roll, please?
Sure, on the amendment, Lubes,
Yes.
Taub,
No.
Nelson,
Yes.
Gingell,
Yes.
Gershenson,
Yes.
Quarles.
Yes.
We have 5 yeas, 1 nay.
Okay. That motion carried. Now, may I have a motion to amend the may I have a motion to move the resolution as amended? Moved by Lubes, supported by Nelson.
We have a motion, just if there's any more discussion, we can take a vote. The initial motion was for the resolution.
Okay, take the roll.
Okay, roll call is Gershenson,
Yes.
Lubes,
Yes.
Taub. No. Nelson,
Yes.
Gingell,
No.
Quarles.
Yes.
We have 4 EAs and 2 nays. Motion carried.
Motion carried. Thank you all for the discussion as well as the support that was received on it. Is there any further business? Without objection, I declare the meeting closed. Thank you very much.